Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak podcast. Jack isn't here. This is not something that usually happens. I'm home now. My shelf is still here. There's a bunch of stuff on it. Skylar is here still. He's
Yes,
still a part
I'm
of this
still here.
podcast. Huh?
And I picked a movie for this week.
He did pick the movie for this week because
Oh,
I became less busy and I decided that we wanted to do one more before we got into Guardians of the Galaxy. And Skylar decided to choose the menu. He was between this and Wolf of Wall Street, right?
it was The Wolf of Wall Street was like kind of like a joke just because it's like I always see like the memes, it's like business majors doing homework and it's watching Wolf of Wall Street. But
Wolf of Wall
the
Street
other one
was fun.
was it was between the menu or I forget what it was, but I haven't watched either of them. And Jack was actually the one who was like, "Yeah, you
Oh,
should do
Inception. It was
the menu."
Inception.
Yeah, Inception.
Inception wouldn't have been a
Inception.
fun one to talk about because Jack's not here, so it would have been a fine one to talk about. But Jack would have been upset if we did Inception because he has no strong feelings towards
Maybe
Inception.
that's why he picked the menu.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. And he does what he normally does, and he makes a decision so that we do something related to the podcast related to him, and then he forgets about the podcast and then doesn't watch the movie or like plans something else. So I guess we're ripping on the Jack on the podcast. Hate you, love you.
Nah, he chilling. He thought it was this. He thought it was the 7th. He just got the Guardians date mixed up.
Yeah, he's beautiful. This is the first episode without him though, so we're allowed to say whatever mean things we want about him, and he can't defend himself, and that is the beauty of talking behind someone's back. uh, before. So
Right, let it come around. But
before we get into the podcast, I actually wanted to talk about something that I'm gonna how the rest of the summer is going to look out. So I made plans with Skylar without his knowledge. So this Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on a thing that I have going on. So Kyle asked me to take his pictures for graduation, and that's happening on Tuesday. So like, depending on if it is sunny out or not, I might be doing that. But if it's not sunny, then me and Skylar are going to be streaming the video game Stray. I'm going to be playing it, and he's going to be talking with me.
yeah, it'd be fun,
Okay,
especially because
cool.
I have off Tuesday too.
Oh, that's really good. That works. That works
Yeah, I
perfectly.
didn't even know that. Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah. So that's gonna happen. Would you be able to do anything Thursday?
later.
Okay, cool. I would be able to do it earlier, so I will think. Oh, I will. Yeah, yeah. But Thursday's not gonna be Stray. But I'm gonna try to do
Yeah, aren't
Stray.
you seeing Guardians?
I am seeing
Guardians
Guardians
is Thursday
later.
for you, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing Guardians later on Thursday, but I would be streaming a video game of some kind that's not a story based one on Thursday. I'm making both of those in the videos though, so like, if you guys miss the stream, you can just check out those videos that come out in a couple of days. Uh, so for the rest of the summer, we're gonna be doing a podcast every week, but I have big news that I am kind of proud of. So I am officially going to be directing, producing, editing a feature documentary this summer. So yeah, so we're filming that in Philadelphia. So I'll be up there for about half of my summer following May. Oh, also I'm going on vacation for most of May. So following the Guardians episode, I don't think we're gonna have an episode out until the end of May. So sorry, sorry about that. I guess spoilers. But yeah, I have a
Just record in advance.
I don't have a problem with that. I could do that. I'm being serious. Yeah, we could. We'll get some episodes out. I'm fine with doing some extra work. I have nothing else going on. Uh, yeah. So yeah, that's the plan. I have a feature movie kind of coming out. Uh, that's cool. So I guess we can
Yeah,
now transition into the actual review of the movie. Sorry for some life stuff out there. Um, So the menu is good. 9.5 out of 10. All right, that's the end of it. Skylar, do you want to go take a break and then we could go on to what we? I'm kidding.
I was gonna say. I was like,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
wild.
I'm jumping the gun
Like
real quick.
I thought it was really good too. I'm not gonna lie.
I liked it. I
Yeah, I have it like an 8 ish,
That's
like
fair.
8 to 8.5, 8 in that range.
I
I really like it.
I got her
Lily
edits.
did not like it.
Lily didn't like it. Why didn't Lily like it?
Lily did not like it.
Did she not
She didn't
pay
like the
attention
ending.
to it?
She did.
She
She
didn't
like
like the
because
ending. Why didn't she like
she
the
didn't like
ending?
how the one. She didn't like how like the one of the things that she said was, "Oh, can you make me a cheeseburger?" Yeah, okay, now I get to escape. And I'm like, well, it's
It's
because it's
because
what he made.
she beat her his game. Like
Yeah, I know. That's
the second she bit like the tiniest little spoilers, guys. We're doing spoilers, obviously, because
oh yeah, this is about the movie,
we
The Menu.
we decided to talk about the end of the movie at the very beginning of our discussion on it. But
Well, because I think it's like the most crucial point. I think that's the
yeah,
point where you either hate it or you love it.
yeah, because you either understand it and you put all the pieces together and you're like, oh, that was really fun, or like something didn't click and you're like, oh, that's an unsatisfying ending. But
Yeah.
like the entire thing was just whether or not at the core of the movie, it was an artist who was no longer happy with his art, so he wanted to have one final grand art piece, like the sacred art piece, which is people. So he was doing his last super meal, and he was going to kill everyone and bring down the entire ship, including himself. And then, sorry, continue.
Well, there's one other thing. Like, even if you don't put in the fact that, like, oh, he beat or she beat his game, he's like stated multiple times throughout it. He's like, "Why are you here? You're not supposed to
Yep,
be here.
I was
You're
just
not
about to
part
get
of
into
my."
that. That
He's
was
like, "You're not
never a
part of my
part.
menu."
She was never a part
Yeah,
of
so like, dude,
the plan,
I don't.
and she didn't fit into it. And her final little fuck you was it. He was like, I can't, like, you don't deserve to be a part of this art piece because you shouldn't be here.
Yeah,
That was
because
that end bit.
what did okay? Do you know the older guy who hired like the girl that we were just talking about
Mhm.
um
On
to
the
be like
campus,
a
yeah,
hooker?
yeah.
And like they cut off his ring finger. What did his wife do to be there? Was it just that they went so many times and like it's like, oh, they didn't like appreciate it. They just treated it like another meal
I'm going to be
and they were
honest.
just like greedy.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
really
I couldn't
sure.
remember
I was thinking that's a view kind of too. That was the first thought that I had at the end of the movie, and that was one of the things I wrote down. I'm not gonna lie. So
that you don't know why she was there.
yeah, I don't know why she was there. She was one of the
I
she was the only one that I couldn't I wasn't sure
um
about. I was talking to
like
Nathan.
the
Actually, you know what? We should have had Nathan. If I knew that Jack wasn't going to be on the podcast before today, we would have had Nathan on the podcast because he asked me specifically. He was like, "Hey, if you ever have an episode in which you need a guest, I would love to come on." And he's watched the menu, and whenever I finish the menu, I talk to him about it, and he has interesting opinions on it in relation to he thinks that the storylines of the side characters needed to be further fleshed out. Which I mean, I don't necessarily
I
disagree
think
with that.
the it was pancakes, right? That all the information was on, like all the pictures and everything. It was pancakes, right?
Yeah,
I think that did a good enough job of saying why they were there.
I agree with that, and I wouldn't say no to like a cut of the movie that was 20 minutes longer where we just got a little bit more detail in between each course. Like I wouldn't mind that, but I thought the point of it wasn't the side character story. That's why it's like the side characters. All we need to know
But
is
I
that they're
really liked the
there.
pacing of the movie.
I
I
liked it
really
too.
liked the
That's
pacing
what
of
I
the
was
movie.
saying. Like I think it
They pretty good.
works.
Like everything, it felt like it was in five equal segments,
Hmm.
which
And
I'm not sure if it actually was or not, but like
it,
that's at least it felt like that.
this was one of those movies that I really wish I didn't know the
About
big. I
you
didn't
went
know
into it.
anything. I wish I didn't know anything about it. I wish I went into it in the
I
first.
didn't.
I, yeah, that's fair. I like, but everyone, whenever you think say like I told my mom doesn't know anything about this movie, and I told my mom I watched the menu, and she thought of like a different horror movie where like they eat people, and the
Yeah,
title
that's what
was
Chan thought too. I
yeah,
talked to him today
the title was like
about it.
very horror-y.
Deceiving.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
no, it's not deceiving because it is like it's a thriller movie, but it would have been really funny if they like completely facaded us and had to be like a super normally movie title and then it goes into like a really sweet little date and then it's just bah. That'd be awesome. I would have loved that. That would have made me really happy.
Okay. I just wanted to talk about my one part. So, what was your favorite part in the movie? Is there like a specific scene or like sequence of scenes or little detail that like you really liked in the movie, like above all else? 'cause I have one.
Dude, I'm not
I
gonna
have one
lie.
that it
That
was my absolute favorite part, and it wasn't even an important part to the movie. Well, it was important, but, like,
dude,
not, like, make or break.
that
Mhm.
burger scene was really awesome. I just like,
That
dude,
burger thing was sick.
we're,
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
it was beautiful. Like the like the super like glamorization of this little like Big Mac he was making, and
Yeah,
then when she took the tiniest little nibble, I was like, damn, oh wow, she
but then
fucked
she
him up
started
on
eating it
that
on the
one.
boat again.
Yeah,
That was
but she
cool.
took a big chomp out of it that time. She took a big chomp.
Yeah, because she actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, she was like, fuck yeah, I survived that shit. I'm cool.
Okay, my hands down favorite detail in this movie was the menu card that appeared at the top
Mm.
corner each time.
Yeah, that was
Reading
great.
that was awesome.
It was
My
fun.
favorite one was the one that was, uh, I'm not sure if you have to make a warning, but Tyler's bullshit.
Yeah.
And then it was like some bullshit Tyler threw together trying to impress, and, like, I thought that was so funny. It was like
Yeah,
my
that
it
was
was
really
like
funny.
all the cards were my favorite, but that one was my specific favorite.
Yeah, that was really good. I like that. That was
Yeah.
funny.
I also, I liked how, like, the twist with Tyler knowing
Yeah, that was
that
awesome.
everybody was
I
gonna die.
that
Yeah,
no,
I like
that
that.
that
And
that was
it
a
was supposed to be
twist in my
it was
opinion.
supposed to be his girlfriend,
Yeah.
and then they broke up. She just saved herself. Like, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking about after. I was
That's
like, "That's
fucking you
great."
know what? You know why she probably broke up with him? I don't know if this
Be
was like said in the movie, but it was probably because he told her that and then she was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then he was like, "Well, maybe
yeah.
I shouldn't tell the next
Well
one."
well, to be fair, I think he hired her,
Yeah,
but,
I know.
I think he didn't because do you see how he was, like, basically kissing ass the entire movie?
Yeah.
He swore him to secrecy. There's no way
Yeah,
that man
no,
was
he
telling
wasn't.
anyone.
There's not a chance.
Yeah, that man was not telling anyone. He
Yeah.
was like it was probably, "Hey, let's go on this fancy dinner, and
Do
I'm
you
gonna talk about it." And she's like, "I've seen you eat a million times. I'm not doing that with you. We're
do
done."
you do you know of Minecraft stands? Like those really weird Twitter guys that say, "Oh, dream is dreamy." That's Tyler.
I don't want to. Okay. Yeah.
That's that's what Tyler is. That's the only thing I was thinking of the entire time.
What is it? Okay, so I liked how, it was like it was like a big food movie,
Hmm.
and I really enjoyed that.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah, you're a big
I
food
thought it
guy,
was yeah,
Mr. Cook.
yeah. Yeah, so it was, like, kinda cool that, like, it got its spotlight, and it was like, "Oh, like, the simplicity of this, oh," like and just going through a ton of dishes that I've never even, like,
Hmm.
seen. I mean, I highly they're probably real,
No, I
but,
have a
like, I
feeling they're real. I don't know.
I I I have no idea, but, like, it was kinda cool seeing all of them, like, come together and, like, the different pieces they would
Yeah,
use
it
to,
was.
like, make the dishes appear and, like, fit. Like, the first one, it was whenever the sous chef shot himself.
Yeah, yeah.
That
The
dish.
mess.
That dish was cool. Yeah, the mess. That's what I said.
Okay. So
That one
I
was
had to
cool.
respect that one because the it was a pun, you know, because it was the mess, but it was spelled differently, and it had like a different definition for it, and I was like, oh, that's funny. I like that.
Oh, did it? I didn't notice
Yeah.
that.
Oh, really?
No, I just looked at the mess and I was looking at the picture of the food.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
whenever it popped up, because I was like, that's like such a cool way to play all those things. But
have you seen the movie
yeah, but
Hereditary? Hereditary Midsummer. Beau is
I
Afraid
might
came
have,
out this
but
weekend. We should have seen that. Actually, fuck, we should have seen that. Damn it, we should have seen that
I mean, there's
because
always next week.
yeah, but okay, next week is Guardians though.
Just record two.
Mm, that's true, but we should have seen that this week because we knew about that movie exclusively before anyone on the planet. Because Steven, uh, the guy we interviewed, the really awesome dude who only
Yeah,
did one interview for Dune, and it was us. He told us about Beau is Afraid back then, like 2 years ago, and we were the only people on the planet that knew about it. We should have seen that movie and reviewed it. I should have
yeah. You
like
really
we dropped the
you
ball,
really missed a
Jack.
chance.
Yeah, we fucked it.
Yeah, yeah. But Menu was still a good movie.
Menu is great.
Um,
Menu is fantastic. It gave me Midsummer
some
vibes, probably Beau is
some of the
Afraid
things
vibes.
that I some of the things I wasn't a fan of though were I wish they got to the actual place sooner. Like,
Really?
I felt like it was a little drawn out, like, on the boat.
No,
Like, I didn't really like, those parts were kind of like, I know it was, like, set up and it was necessary,
yeah.
right?
So I'm only saying
but
that.
um,
So I think you think that because you were excited for them to get to the food place. That was
I was.
that was yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
That was the point. It was supposed to like drag a little bit because you knew that something was going to happen when they got there. But like
Yeah,
in the world of the story, they were just waiting for their food cruise. Like this is just like a normal
yeah,
date for them. We needed the context of everyone showing up and getting there. But I do understand what you mean. It's like whenever you're watching Dragon Ball Super Broly and you're like, I don't want to see the Superman stuff.
yeah.
I
I
wanna
just want to see the big
I just
bad.
want
I
to
just
see
want to
the
see the
big
big bad.
fight. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
what you were feeling in that moment.
yeah, but like I'm not sure if you caught it or not, but like, well, you definitely did. How she
I
gave
am the
her,
film guy, Skylar. Are you
yeah,
kidding
you
me?
definitely did.
Of course I
But
caught it.
how she gave the wrong name, like
Mhm.
on the original, and then she gave her wrong name again, and then right when it was all the girls at the end, she's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm actually this."
Yeah,
And then I would have liked if the main chef overheard it somehow.
that would have been
Like,
cool.
I don't know how,
Well,
and, like, just, like, somehow he knew. He was like, "I knew you weren't, like,
that
a
would have
Margot."
it would have been
That
cool.
would've been that would've been sick. I would've liked
Uh,
to see that.
I would have.
Like, "I knew you weren't a Margot." And
I
then, like, his, like, cold stare, then he just, like, walks away.
yeah.
And then, like that, but what did you think about the chasing scene in the woods? What did you think about it?
I didn't care
You
for it.
know, when they go outside and it's like, then you get, like, a 45
Yeah,
second head start
it
to
was
run?
fine. Like I don't know. I thought it was fine because it didn't really do much. It added to the
Yeah.
story a little bit, and it added to the course and the overall like plot. But like it really only lasted for a couple seconds.
Yeah. I thought it was kinda funny whenever it was the last one and he got a little
Yeah,
treat for being the last
I did
one.
like the treat. The treat was really cute. I did like that.
Yeah. But, I felt like it was not entirely necessary. I felt like it was just a chase scene for a chase scene,
Yeah, well,
you know? Like,
I'm not gonna lie to
I
you.
don't know.
I kind of agree to it, but like everything else in this movie means something, so it has to mean something.
Yeah, I know, but I don't
I'll
know what it
drop
means.
down a point. I'll drop down an entire point because I don't understand it. I'm the film guy. I will be the king of the
Yeah.
filmmakers.
Yeah, but, I wasn't a big fan of that one just because it kind of seemed out of left field.
I
I
agree with it.
would've preferred if it was, like, since it was a big, anti guys like that
Hmm.
in that dish, since it was that sous chef's
I
choice,
got to fix my
I would've
hair, but
preferred
I
if
can't take
he
off the hat
randomly.
because if I take off the hat, then my hair is gonna be really gross.
Mm. I, would have preferred if the, sous chef, like, either it was, like, 3 guys come up to the front and then, like, they got, like, stabbed or something, like, in the leg, or if, he would have randomly picked 3, or if the 3 that came up, all the other ones would have got stabbed in the leg. I would have liked something like that, a little more, like, personal to, like, her since she was the one who went through everything, and it was just like, "Oh, run," and then, like, that was it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I did enjoy, like, all the, like pretty much all, like, the, like, female characters sitting around that table,
Hmm.
like, having, like, a
I
dinner
did like
while all
that.
the
Yeah.
guys were outside being chased.
Hmm.
I thought that was cool. It kinda stuck to the like, the theme of that dish that I really enjoyed.
I like the bread
But I
scene.
also like see
What?
I'm sorry, one more. I like at the table, she was like, "Oh, yeah, it was my idea for everybody to die. This was
Yeah,
my idea."
that was great. I like that. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
She was a
Especially when
Tyler.
the
She
food
was a
character's
Tyler.
like,
You
"I'll still
know.
be." Yeah, she's
Well,
like, "I'll
actually, no,
still
she
like,
wasn't. She was like a
critic."
super artist, like him.
Yeah, she was. Um, I thought it was really funny whenever the critic wanted to, like, slide her, like, a 20 or something
Yeah,
to let her live, and she's
that
like,
was
"No, this
funny.
is my idea."
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
enjoyable. I liked that.
Okay, your bread scene, what was it? The one with the no bread,
Yeah, where
and
he
they
was
all got
like, "Can
angry?
I have bread?" And it reminded me of the bread bank video. Yeah, like,
What?
"Welcome to the bread bank. Got bread on the deck, bread on the flow."
I genuinely thought it was gonna be something so intelligent, and you just let me down. But, I like that scene. I thought that was cool. Uh, was it I personally would have enjoyed that dish because 'cause I'm not a big fan of bread, but
That's
it would have
fair.
been cool to, like,
I so
see
here's the
all the
thing.
other things.
Okay, I have looped around and I now have since I think it's Stockholm syndrome actually. So earlier, if you listen back on the podcast, I was very anti pretentious and I was like, oh, art is for losers and stuff like that. But I think I have been beaten by my teachers and now I am a pretentious asshole and I appreciate art. And I was thinking to myself during that moment with that plate, I was like, I would have liked that. I think that would have been really fun. I would have.
It was just a cool concept.
It was a super cool concept. It wasn't even lame. Like everyone was really over dramatic about it. I was like, ha 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 ha, that's funny. I like that. I was like,
Like
that's clever. I would have been a Tyler in that situation. I would have been like, oh, this artist, the cleverness, funny,
well,
haha.
you see, like the bread is just like a transfer. Like you're tasting the sauce.
Right.
The bread is just literally to transfer the sauce from the plate to your mouth.
Yeah.
So like I would have
I do
enjoyed
like
that.
bread,
I
but
thought it
I
was
would have
cool.
appreciated the funniness. I mean the ironicness of the blah, 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 you know?
I really like the three accountants in that one scene. He's like, "How about you just go give me a piece of bread? You know who I am, don't you?
Yeah.
You know who
And
I
then
am.
the
Go
one
give me
guy
some
was like,
bread."
I would
Yeah,
like one gluten free.
yeah. And then one loaf for our gluten free friend over here.
It was like, hey, good.
Yeah,
I'm the
and she was just
glutinous
like,
one.
"No,
Yeah.
I
I'm trying the entire time I've been trying to think of more quotes from the bread bank video, and it's not hitting. I'm sorry. One of them
uh
has something to do with gluten free, and another one with the yeast and yeast.
okay." I want to know: did you expect the twist uh um
The like sous chef that
with like
tried
the
to
rescue
kill.
boat? The rescue
Oh
boat.
no, I did not expect that. I thought it
I
was
didn't
gonna.
either.
Yeah, no, that was really cool. I like
Like
that. That was a fun moment.
I was like, what are the odds that like he doesn't like help and he just instantly goes to the chef and be like, she called.
Well, I thought that
Wh-
someone was gonna like. I actually love that because this movie was a very real movie. It was. I was trying to explain it to my mom because it was kind of hard to explain because I'm really bad at describing things. But there's certain movies that play by the rules of the world. Like people act like realistically and the world reacts realistically, and then there's movies that don't
Mm.
do that. And like this movie from the
This
very
one,
start was a very real movie. So like whenever this happened and it was taken really seriously, I was like, oh, I'm kind of stressed. Like I don't know what's gonna go on here because whenever the chef was like, I'm gonna give you a really realistic situation here. Either you kill this guy or nothing happens. So those are your two options here. I was like, holy shit! Like what did they do? What did they do in this situation? Because like
yeah,
if anything happens, like he that's crazy. I honestly was like, I don't know how they get out of this. I don't know what happens here. And then that happened, and I was like,
yeah.
wow, that's not even what I thought of.
So what I thought was going to happen was whenever he was getting the autograph
Hmm.
from the actor in the room, I thought that one of the like assistants, like or who like guard like the door, was gonna like shoot him or like kill him
Yeah,
somehow or like knock him out. And then he just like walks up beside him, and I'm like, oh my god, I would
yeah.
not have guessed that.
I was looking at the guys in the background always, like the different chefs walking around, because I
Yeah,
was like, oh,
I
they're
was
gonna do
waiting.
something. They're gonna do something. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is, but they're gonna do something. It was really tense the
yeah,
entire time. I loved it though. It was great.
yeah. I like all that. Like a lot of the like twists and stuff in this movie, I wouldn't have guessed.
The boat was a part of his plan,
Yeah,
right?
it
So
was.
we know that.
Yeah,
So how
he
did
was testing Margot to see if she's a giver or a taker,
yes, but
and she was a taker.
he arrange that beforehand? Did he know?
I don't know. I think he came up with that on the fly,
You know, I actually paused the movie at a
but that's
point.
also not.
You know the moment where they show his like newsletter.
Yes, with him winning like the employee, like in the
Yeah,
office.
yeah. I paused it to
Yes,
read the entire thing because I did that with
I
Hereditary.
did not.
I I didn't assume. I didn't expect anyone to. But I just was like, I'm gonna read this to see if there's any like hints to the storyline because they in Hereditary they show like a page of a book and you won't understand the story unless you either watch the movie a million times and read each page or you pause the movie and read it. No, that's not
That kind of
necessarily true. Actually, I'm lying to you. That's an exaggeration. It helps the story.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I was seeing that if it was like that with this movie too.
Was it?
I don't know. I enjoyed it. It definitely helped the
Mm,
story, but it didn't like click any puzzles
what
for
did it
me.
say?
It was just like this guy is congratulated, and then it said something about him making an incredible burger. No, no. Oh fuck! It was it had something pretentious in it, like he was making.
I thought it was a burger. That's why she ordered one.
It was, but I can't. There's more to it. The burger was in the first paragraph. I don't know. I gotta. I think I want to watch the movie again because I want to know what her opinions of it. So I'll watch it with her, and then I'll get back to you on this. I'll update it eventually in
Yeah.
a what we watch in sometime in the future. Um, but fantastic movie. It was one of those like little artsy movies that people used to judge a couple years ago, but people are now appreciating nowadays. It was good.
I thought it just had really good writing.
Yeah, man, dude. See, that's I remember like 10 years ago, if you approach someone with a movie with good writing, they're like, "Oh, it's one of those artsy movies. I'm not gonna watch that for losers. There's no comedy in it." And now nowadays, everyone's like, "Oh, damn, you see that movie? That movie freaking had crazy ass writing. I loved it." I'm happy that's
Yeah,
like that.
it's definitely starting to become more of like a not like a trend, but it's definitely starting to become more like acceptable
Yeah,
to acknowledge really good writing and
yeah,
then also acknowledge really bad writing.
yeah. I,
Which is
that's
good.
a good thing, and also
Which is good.
maybe not for me going into film because then I can't make a bad thing. But let's be honest here, I wouldn't make anything bad. I'm gonna be making bangers. You want to give a
We
rating
can
for the
only hope.
movie and then move on to the next segment of the podcast?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. What else? Actually, let me try to think about anything. Did I have anything else to say? Really quick, Skylar. Come up with a topic that you could talk about yourself for 30 seconds while I think about the movie.
Honestly, okay, I didn't get to say it earlier, but when they were on the boat, that food, those oysters looked so good.
Dude, they did. They look
Um,
so good.
they
I was like, damn, I
did.
want to try that. This entire
Yes,
movie, this entire movie made me so
I wanted to
hungry.
eat all the
I wanted
meals.
to eat
Yeah,
everything. I was like, ah, I want to eat this.
yeah, they all look so good.
If I didn't want to waste
Like,
money, I was like, I would DoorDash food right now. But I am an artist, so I am poor.
exactly. But
Yeah, man.
yeah, I really enjoyed that part of the boat. Like, I didn't like most of the parts getting to it because I just want to get to the main part, right?
Yeah, but oh
But
yeah, the food. That's what got
that
Sky.
that
That
part
pulled
was good.
Sky
That
in.
part was
We
cool.
love that. Me
Yeah,
and my
that
homies
part
love
was
that.
good. I didn't expect them to eat there. I was
I
just
had a
expecting it just
feeling
to be a
that
boat ride.
they would have something like a tea or something. I really regret
I
not
didn't. I
bringing my
thought they'd
water
be like,
downstairs.
in order to like secure your like, in order to like make sure that like you're like actually hungry by the time we get there, we're not going to feed you on this boat ride. So then most, if you ate before, you have time to digest
No,
and
Skylar,
like
it was
that.
perfectly planned out that if you ate every bit of food, you would be perfectly full by the time you got
Oh, I know. I figured that out at
there.
like a couple seconds in whenever
Yeah,
Margot wasn't eating.
yeah, you got to eat
And she was
everything.
like, "I'm not hungry." And he was like, "You're lying." Like
And then she took a little
I
nibble out of a
enjoy I
burger and
enjoyed
said,
him in
"I'm
this movie
full."
though.
Huh?
I thought he was cool. I enjoyed the like head chef in this
Yeah,
movie.
me
I
too.
thought he was
Good
cool.
acting.
He's like, I
That was
planned
Voldemort.
everything
Did you
out
know that?
so well.
It was Voldemort. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I'm surprised Lily didn't know that.
He doesn't look like Voldemort. He has a nose, and he's not going.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe went, "Oh, and then like we I don't know, clicked. Yeah.
Huh?
If you tried that, maybe it would have
Yeah, if
clicked
you
for
did,
me. But
if he did that in the middle of
oh
the
no.
chef movie, maybe you guys would have realized.
Yeah,
He should do that in all of his movies.
honestly. Yeah, that's not our fault. That's
Yeah,
his. You
it's
gotta
really
do that.
his fault for not doing it in most movies.
Yeah, just ad lib.
Yeah.
He's like, my next is called like, okay,
He's
what's
like,
your rating?
she looks at him and goes, "I'm actually my eyes were bigger than my mouth was. I'm kind of full." And he goes, and then since it's in
Yeah,
the menu universe, no magic actually happens, and everyone just looks at him weird, and then she just gets up and leaves.
moving on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your rating? You had enough time
Uh,
to think about it.
I'll give it an 8. I was yeah.
Okay, so
I'll
you're
give it an 8.
copying me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 to
I
eight and
dropped
a
a
half.
point because I don't.
You don't understand the chase.
Yeah.
It gotta mean something. It has to.
It has to. The
I
movie.
don't know what it means though. I feel like it's right over my head too. Like
Yeah.
I watched that movie pretty thoroughly.
Me too.
Like I'm
I
not gonna
liked it.
lie.
Fun.
Yeah, it had my attention,
Hmm.
which is kind of hard. But I mean,
No, having my attention is pretty hard. But movies usually do that. I don't know
yeah,
why. There's something about a movie that just kind of locks me in.
there's always something to look at.
Sure. It's moving.
Yeah. All right, you want to go to the next segment?
Next segment. Woo! We don't have to do a pause because Jack's not here, so we can just kind of keep going.
All right. What did you want to do? Do you want to do what we
Yeah,
watching
we always
or
we always do news. We'll do news. Let me go
okay?
down to the news. The Duality of Man. The next Taika Waititi movie that's coming out is an Akira live action movie, which means that we have to do that because very, 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 very early on in the podcast we reviewed Akira, so we have to do that.
I'm not sure if this is confirmed news or not. I remember seeing it earlier, but apparently there was one F bomb in Guardians of the Galaxy, and Chris Pratt dropped it.
I'm gonna punch a brick wall. My mom doesn't like Taika
I,
Waititi anymore.
why?
Because Thor was so bad.
That's
I'm being serious
valid.
too.
That's valid.
That's actually. I love Christine. She's so great. She's such an amazing person.
She's like, this guy might have 9 10s, but Thor, that's where he loses.
No,
me.
no. She's like, oh, Jojo Rabbit, one of my favorite movies of all time. And you know, she said Thor 4 was so bad that she no longer likes Ragnarok.
That is wild. Her mother really does not like Thor.
No, okay, Thor. Okay, Thor 4 is
Nobody
really
really liked Thor.
No,
nobody really liked it, but she
Jack,
especially
I
doesn't.
told Jack when it comes out, whenever we eventually go back and do the Marvel movies that we haven't done yet, I think it's literally only Thor now. No, it's
So we haven't missed any.
no, it's Thor, Ant-Man, it's whatever. But like all of the ones that we've missed, we're not doing Thor. Because I don't want to watch it again. Like,
Better yet, how about we invite your mom as a guest to talk about Thor?
I think that would be a fantastic idea. I think my mom would very much enjoy that. I think she'd think that
She'd
would be
carry
great.
the podcast.
No, my mom
We would
was
just sit
talking
here.
today. She was like, oh, it's sad that you're no longer living with Skylar. And I was like, yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna see him like every week at the very minimum to talk podcast stuff now. And she was like, yeah, but now I'm not going to be able to talk to Skylar. And I was like, oh yeah, my bad. I should have thought about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, get her on the podcast.
Yeah, I got to get her on the podcast. That's okay. Next news.
Yeah.
Next news. Duality of Man.
There was something else about Guardians that I forget what it is. I've been getting a lot of that news recently.
That's cool, bro. So the guy who wrote the Logan
All right.
movie, which is one of sorry, I'm sorry. I was we're transitioning into more news. So the guy who wrote Logan, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, he is writing the Swamp Thing movie or TV show. I don't remember what James Gunn said it was, but he's working on that. So we got all of the cast for the Creature Commandos, which is an animated series in the DC universe led by James Gunn. David Harbour is Frankenstein. There's a bunch of other people too, but I don't want to go through and list all of their names. Frank Grillo is playing Rick Flag Sr. in that, so that's going to be pretty cool. We got a new title for another spinoff for Game of Thrones called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh my god. How many more spinoffs are they going to do?
Bro, I don't know. There's a lot of them that they have lined up. They have a plate. My hair is weird again.
Isn't
Skylar.
Is it House of the Dragon?
Yeah, Hot D.
All right.
Yeah, that's what Nathan calls it. He calls it Hot D.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were just yelling that and then dipping or.
No, it's fixing.
Yeah, isn't that a Game of Thrones spinoff?
It is a Game of Thrones spinoff. We're getting one called the Knight of the Seven Kingdom, which is about someone. So I don't. That's not that big of a news. So the new Blade movie with Mahershala Ali is supposed to be rated R. You know the Suicide Squad game, Kill the Justice League?
Yes.
It was delayed again to 2024, which is probably it's good because everyone.
I know, but it's annoying.
Yeah, but
I wish they would have just told me it was this in the beginning.
Okay, well, they didn't know that. They didn't know that they were going to make a shit
clearly.
product. I actually thought the game looked fun, but everyone was like, it looks terrible. So now they're going to hit the drawing boards again and refix it or whatever. So it's pushed back a year. So hopefully they'll get one that's going to be crazy. So there's a bunch of updates for Daredevil Born Again that make me unhappy. We don't have to talk about that. We'll talk about it whenever it comes out. Oh, we got a little teaser trailer for the next Godzilla and Kong movie in the MonsterVerse, so that's gonna be dope as
Oh,
hell.
how excited are you for
I
that?
am very excited for that. I love Godzilla. He's a beautiful man. Then I have one more bit of news, which is we got the official release date for the Avatar movie, the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie with Aang
Oh,
and
okay. I was gonna say,
Yang.
I thought this was like the third movie. I thought you were talking about like the
Yeah, we actually
like
got news about that. I
Avatar.
didn't screenshot because I forgot about it, but we're gonna get two options to watch Avatar 3, like Blue People Avatar. We can either watch a 3 hour and a half cut in theaters, or we can watch a 9 hour TV show on Disney Plus.
I
I'm
genuinely
probably gonna
think
do
I,
neither. It's just
I is it so it's the same thing
yeah, it's just
or
one's longer,
no? Oh, so one just has more.
more stuff.
One just had more filler.
Yeah, but October 10th, 2025 is we're getting Avatar: The Last Airbender back in our beautiful mitts in theaters. October 10th, 2025.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's time for that Avatar to reign supreme again. I'm ready.
He always reigns supreme. The other Avatar always sucked. Do you have any news? Any other news?
No, you actually took all of my news that I found.
Actually, what did you have?
Nothing. I texted you before that I had nothing.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I have
Jack
no idea
told
what you're
me.
talking about.
I was just trying to do Jack's role.
Oh, right, the never do any work rule.
Oh.
He's never gonna watch this. It's okay. Much love. We love him. The podcast wouldn't be the same without Jack, which is just a fact. You want to talk
Yeah.
about
What
the
we're
stuff?
watching?
Yeah,
Yeah, you go first. You tell me that you were super excited. Tell me something.
I was.
Yeah, you text me that at least.
I
Okay, am I tripping?
no, I'm just gonna look at it. I watched a lot of One Piece. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
How
No, I
many
said I said
episodes?
I have cool stuff to talk about. I didn't say specifically in this segment because I have nothing to talk about in this segment.
I assumed it was this
I
segment.
just I just watched a lot of One Piece. A
Is
lot of
that
One
it?
Piece. I watched a One Piece movie last night. I watched the One Piece movie Stampede, and there was way too many cameos in it, like to the point that I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" But I know all the One Piece movies are indeed canon, and there is an order to them. And I also know that I watched this one out of order because I just finished Dressrosa, which Dressrosa has Gear 4, which means that I now can watch all the movies except for One Piece Red without properly being spoiled. And I know that for a fact because I watched Stampede, which is the most recent movie other than Red. And the only thing I didn't know was what was Laugh Tale, but I context clues. I can figure that out. But that movie was really good. The pacing was really fast, but I know that Oda likes his really long and complicated storylines, and he just had to fit it into a movie time, so obviously it was going to be a little quick. But there were so many fucking characters. I felt like it was Cameo City. Everyone and their mom that ever existed in One Piece was showing up in that movie. They're like, even if it was just to say hi, they were just like, what's up?" Like this one homie, Lucci from Water 7 and Impelled Down. He just kind of showed up to try and get the laugh tail thingy, and then disappeared whenever Sanji kicked his little booty cheeks.
How many
His
episodes
little
of
leopard booty cheeks, huh?
how close are you to finishing One Piece?
Not okay. Well, One
To
Piece is
finding the One Piece?
I've already found the One Piece. The One Piece is the friends we've made along the way. Actually, I there's a video of a guy, and he believes he figured out the One Piece, and I haven't. I'm not gonna watch the video because I'm not caught up yet, and I want to get all the information first. But I'm on episode 728. I literally just watched the episode where Luffy uses Gear 4 to beat the booty cheeks out of Dome Flamingo, and it was awesome. It was so cool. Gear 4 is one of my favorite transformations in anime now because it was really cool looking. And he made a really funny
Nice.
voice. He was like, "Whoa!" whenever he transformed.
It's funny.
Yeah, it was great.
Um,
Yeah.
is it to what I watch now?
What else did I watch? Me and G be watching a lot of Teen Wolf and How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, but that's a huge.
Teen Wolf is funny. This last season of Teen Wolf is really good. I'm not gonna lie. It's the Void style. This is gonna go over your head, Skylar. But there's a niche audience out here that's gonna know what I'm talking about, and that like minute few people that are gonna be like, oh, I get it. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I get it. So the season 3 part 2 for Teen Wolf, yeah, it's like an anime, Skylar. There's parts to the seasons. I'm being serious. Like, if there was ever a way to be like the most anime live action stuff, it's everything on the CW and then Teen Wolf. Oh, and Vampire Diaries. All those are just like basically anime but for girls and nerds. I mean, kind of. So the Void Style season 3 part 2 is very well written and very well directed. Like the very first episode kind of had me hooked from the get go. And the first 3 episodes, the directors of all 3 of those episodes, I don't know if it's the same guy or if they switched it up. I know a lot of shows they do a bunch of different directors through every episode, but they were like really having me enjoy the movements of the cameras that they were doing for everything that they were doing with Styles, and it was really fun. I liked it. It was good stuff. I'm really really enjoying because I usually watch with boyfriend glasses. Like I'm not gonna I can tell the difference between a good and a bad thing because I've been studying film for the last couple of years. But obviously I'm gonna turn that off whenever I'm watching something that my girlfriend loves a lot. I'm not just gonna be like, this is fucking shit. but it's I can still notice when things are good. So I've noticed all these really cool points, and I'm like, damn, Teen Wolf kind of slaps. Not gonna lie. All right, now you can go.
All right. Um, so I have watched the Puss in Boots movie, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish again. Um, I also watched El Camino, which is
I haven't
the
seen that yet.
post. Didn't like it.
Oh, what?
Didn't like it.
Oh,
Didn't think it was good.
that's weird.
Not what I wanted.
What of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. I don't know.
What did you want?
If you watch, I wanted to actually talk about what Jesse does after, and it did nothing. It didn't do that. That's the point of the movie.
I was just satisfied with the ending of the series. I didn't feel like
Yeah,
watching
I
more.
oh, I was too, but just like, it just like show me what Jesse does after, because it just kind of like he's just in the middle of nowhere having like a crisis.
Yeah,
Like, sure, just show me like what happens to him.
I
Sure,
would like to see
I'll
him
watch it.
healing, going
It
through
literally.
therapy.
Do you care for spoilers?
No, go
Do you
ahead.
want me to? Okay, so it shows like Mike is in one of the opening scenes, and I was like, okay, so I'm assuming it's like either a ghost or in the past. Um, can't remember which. And then it's just like constantly jumping between present, past, and like things like that. But it like he goes to Alaska, right? And that's the only thing you get. That's the only thing you get about what he does. He has a letter ready for Brock, and then it just jumps in the past. Like it's like
Well, that's how they tell
all like
stories
extra
through.
scenes.
That's how those writers
Yeah,
tell stories is by flashbacks.
I
That's
didn't
all
like it.
Breaking Bad is.
But they were all scenes to things that I didn't think need explained more.
Okay, I don't want to
Like
watch it
it
because
it
I
was
don't
like,
think I need to. I want to watch Better Call
yeah,
Saul though. I heard Better Call Saul is
I
very
want to
good.
watch that very
I've heard
badly.
that show
That
is
is on my list.
incredible. I want to watch it very
Yeah.
badly.
What
It
is
has that
it?
one guy, the really cool
Gus.
man,
Yes.
Saul.
Gus and yeah. Oh, Saul Goodman.
Yeah, that
Um,
he's the really cool
yeah,
guy.
but Gus was talking about like that. I forget his like actual name. I just remember him as Gus.
Yeah.
But he was like the way that like I wish I watched it was Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, because apparently it is like tells like a different story.
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
I,
but
I,
I'm
I wish I
excited for
did too.
that.
I very much I don't have the that's a lie. I was gonna say I don't have the time to watch that, but I guess I could make time if I just stopped watching One Piece. But like it's a
Yeah.
commitment, man. And it's
Mhm.
so good. Like I love it. It's such a great story. Uh Skylar will know
Mhm.
eventually whenever he watches it. He'll watch it.
I mean, Lily usually has the Harry Potter movies on it, so every once in a while I'll sit down and just rewatch the Harry Potter movies. It's still good. Like this, it's still Harry
Get her
Potter.
to put on One Piece
Um,
and eventually you guys will finish the show.
ugh, I don't think.
I told G
But
whenever we start having kids, we're gonna start watching One Piece and then see how old they get before we finish it. My guess is 17.
I was guessing 34.
It's not that long. It's taken me 2 years so
You're
far.
assuming it's done.
That's true. I am assuming it finishes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is very true.
Like there's like a chance it just doesn't.
Yeah, there's a
Um.
chance he just keeps going. Dude, if he
Oh,
dies, I will cry. I will cry so much if Oda dies before One Piece ends.
was it? I've decided that there are 4 movies that I would like to buy. Well,
Purchase.
3 more. Yes, I would like the Mario movie just because I think that's a good like fun time movie, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I would. Oh, I saw
I
it
actually
on.
have a series of movies and video games right there on that shelf there. One of them being the Stray video game that me and Skylar are gonna play on Tuesday. And then next to
I
that is
wish
the
I didn't
sword.
watch. I wish I didn't watch Moist like play through that entire game because now I have nothing.
Well, now you can watch me play through the entire game.
Yeah, I guess I'll watch 2 playthroughs.
Hell yeah. Well, this one's gonna be
But
fun because you're gonna be in the playthrough.
what was there was 2 other ones. Oh, one was the Broly movie. The Jujutsu Kaisen movie. That was the other one.
That's
I
super
would like
fair.
that movie
I
because I
don't have
think
Broly.
Gojo is sick.
1 sec. I'll be right back.
I was gonna buy it on that Anytime Movies just so I can play it on my Apple TV.
So I kind of
Oh,
forgot that there was a camera. Was I just showing my ass to the screen?
yeah.
Okay, so I have the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie. I have all three. Actually, I'll just show it off like this instead of
Oh,
all
that's
three of
another
the
good
My
one.
Hero ones. All three of them. The first
That
one I
that, that
think
might
is
be another one
fine.
I get.
The first one I think is
Third one's the
fine.
best.
What? No, Two Heroes is so good.
See, but I like whenever Bakugo goes up to the villain and yells "die."
That's in the second one.
I thought that was in the third.
No, that's in the second one. So you agree with me? Two Heroes is so good.
Oh yeah, yeah. 2 Heroes is great.
Yeah, Two Heroes
Yeah,
is
obviously. 2 is the
fantastic.
best.
World Mission is really good. I like the story on World Mission more, but Two Heroes
No,
is
Bakugo yells "die."
yeah, and then he gets the power. Okay, I'm gonna walk away now and put these away.
Wait, what was World
You guys need to
Mission
watch
then?
this entire thing.
Am I forgetting? What was World Mission?
World Mission
Why
was
am I forgetting what that one was?
that was the one with the guy with the bird.
Bird was sick.
The bird was sick. My mom liked the bird.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. That was my favorite part of the movie. The bird. He was cool.
My mom liked the bird a lot.
Yeah, how it told his true emotions, how he's truly feeling.
That's true. That's true. We are at around 48 minutes. I'm out of things to say though.
I bought the Mario Kart course pass. Like, so
I've
it's
been
like
playing a lot of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies.
I'm playing a lot of Mario Kart in Mario Party.
Yeah, I see that on Lily's
But
Be Real sometimes.
oh yeah, we were playing today because we got the new courses, and Mushroom Gorge is her favorite one on
Let's
the
go.
Wii, and it's returned on the Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, that's
It was
awesome.
one of the bonus ones.
Mhm.
It's like double the course size.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
like
I love
actually,
that.
yeah, and 5 new characters, but the characters aren't well, six. I think 6 technically, but you get Birdo instantly, and then the other 5 come out with the last courses, and it's rumored to be like Funky Kong. Hold on, let me
You
think,
had
let
me
me think.
pogging there, Skylar. Literally.
They had it.
You have to know
Um,
these terms because we're gonna be streamers soon.
I um um um. Hold on.
No, I'm not holding.
No. I need to see the deluxe. Oh, I think that was in here. It was like these are the characters that are rumored. Oh, I think it was this one.
This is really riveting podcast.
Oh, it really is. That's not it. Where-
It doesn't matter.
It was like
Skylar is getting
no, it was very
new
important.
characters in Mario Kart. Woo!
Oh, I found it. It's supposed to be Petey Piranha, Diddy Kong, Pauline, Funky Kong, and Kamek. Is
Oh,
that right?
that's not super hype. I'm not gonna lie.
Funky Kong's thick.
I thought it was gonna be like a minion.
If I am just happy Shy Guy is in the game. He is always mine.
That's really all that matters in the end. Shy Guy.
Yeah, but I don't think I've been watching anything else really. But
Okay. Uh, on that note, I'm gonna go watch One Piece. If you guys have comments down below, next week we're watching Guardians of the Galaxy. If you have any movie recommendations, go into the comments on the YouTube side of things. Go over to our Twitter at Mediak Podcast, and same for Instagram, also Mediak Podcast. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week with Guardians of the Galaxy. Skylar, do you have any other quarrels you would like to get up for the rest of the podcast?
see ya.
Skylar says, "See ya." All right, bye.